computer. Hello, everyone. This is Diann Henry, and I'm back today for lesson 20 in our quest to return to the spirits inside. My brother Steve Henry is here. He is the guide along this journey, and so we'll welcome him to the platform. Hello, how are you?
Hello to you, Diann, my sister. But let me get something over to you again, the same old thing, like a broken record. It's you and I. You and I alone. There can't nobody else go on this journey unless it's in this exact same place. Inside of your house. Inside of your being. I show you. I'm gone. Everybody who's don't have their own spiritual doctrine right now, they got to come to you and not have one. How you gonna see it? You can't do nothing you don't see. You can't see inside of no one else. You can't. That's why I say you can't worry about what they say out there. They're out there. If you come away from out there, how they gonna see it? There ain't nothing but inside or outside. If you're outside of your own heart right now, you can be here reading this. If you're inside your own heart, how can you be here? How can Bill Gates come down from all the things he do to not knowing nothing? Because right here, someone got to know nothing. Do you know why? You got to know nothing being here, Dan? You have any idea why you got to know nothing to be here?
No.
Because it's got to start from where? The number 1 or the 1,000?
1.
And what's before the 1,000?
999.
And what's before the 1?
0.
So you got to know what to begin.
0.
Okay, so Bill Gates and them up there more than 99. They got their things going on the other way. Spaceships and everything. But the lost ones, where were they lost at? In the first generation or the last generation? So if you're going to go out and find that one that's lost and you don't see him, so you got to go all the way to nothing, right?
Yep.
He's lost and you paved the way from nothing back to the place where the 99 is waiting. It can't have no gap in it, can it? You're a master. But one of the numbers missing, can you cross it?
No.
No, so if the one lead to 99 and go to get the 1, he got to go all the way back to the beginning, right? Because everything got to start where?
At the beginning.
Okay, so you just ain't gonna walk over there and start counting at 57, 58, 59 because you can't what? You can't see it inside. Everything you see is the light someone lit up inside of you. And every light been turned on inside of you, can't nobody ever put it out, can they?
No.
And once you turn on that light to show you that 2 + 2 = 4 in addition, now, how can it possibly be turned out? Somebody gonna beat you and say, forget it. Can you do
it? No.
Oh, but on the other hand, can they come over there with the hook first? Get it, and you ain't found it inside. Can you see it?
No.
And when you see the things, let's say you don't see the numbers, and then all of a sudden someone leads you to them, and you see them. Do they create themselves right then, or were they there the whole time that you didn't see them?
It was there.
And so if they there the whole time, that means they can't move, right?
Yeah.
So if you run and grab the numbers and you got them, they do the same. They can't do nothing no different than what they're doing. They do everything all the time that they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't change, can they?
Nope.
It's impossible. Anybody change one out of the whole shebang of them, they go forever. You know exactly which one they change, right?
Yep.
So if you hold on to them, they can't go nowhere, neither can they change. Where can you go?
Nowhere.
So your life will be about what? Nothing but what?
I don't know.
Numbers, because you're holding on to them. Where else can you go?
Okay.
Where else can you go though if your life gonna be any different? Because you're holding on to them. So my point being, as you change through the things, your knowledge expands, keep expanding, keep expanding. It's inside of you. When you light up the house inside of you, everybody come to your house, can they see?
Yes.
If you can't see and you come up to where I am inside of you, you're gonna see what I see, right?
Should.
Well, when I go to the numbers and I come bring you there, and I say 88 billion and 13, we don't hesitate, we go right straight to it, right? And neither one of us never practice, right?
Right.
So that one of us can't have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get that. The Bible verse is gonna be the 13th chapter of St. Luke. I picked the chapters because it's always a point in it. Oh, the whole thing applies if I send it over. It's always here in this story. But when we're talking about that fig tree that didn't have that fruit, I mean, really take that in the heart. Because the fruit is each person, I don't care who you are, when you go to the numbers, it's between you and that window of the numbers inside of you. You start out with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you keep going, once they get about 300, they expand, and all of them use them. But if you don't go over to that thing by coming away from where you are, it's inside of you. In that book, you would have read plenty of verses. Remember the 14th book of the same St. Luke. It shows you if you're being offered it to you. If you don't come, it's you send out to the people that with nothing. This is that thing with nothing. You can't come back later. How you gonna come back later? How you gonna get in? You gonna get in from the graveyard? Anyway, but let's show them graphs. I got to talk about this out there somewhere. But if I go to the TV, I can't come back.
Are we coming? Are we going to the video or are we going to the graph?
Do a little video first. Let the talking do that, because this is nothing new. It's just a upgraded level. But the way we got to accomplish something at some point. Because if you're going somewhere that don't do nothing, what's good to do?
Okay.
So, but once I see it from where I am, you can fit it into right now. Because the only time is right now. But you got to be coming towards it. If you don't come towards it, if you put 24 hours over here and it's 24 hours up here for real, you can't hold that 24 hours there because it's getting further and further away from you. You got to catch up to right now one time. There's a window inside of you. That window, every time you go there, is showing you right now. Then when you want to go back in history, you go back that way. You know what I'm saying? They're inside of you, just like the numbers. You go back to the one way, and you go to the 1 billion the other way. You feel me?
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah, play the one about the round number 2 graph.
Okay.
Here's the second one coming. I was watching that damn impeachment thing, and while I sat there, I decided I'll conjure them up to get you started. Coming. This is that Coke can scenario I was telling you about. Look at how it's set up. Coming. This is the world, the round table. And it's got 144,000 characters going around. Well, we're going to take it from the extreme, from black to white and male to female. All the other characters fits in between. In other words, the extreme will be the black man to the white man. All right, and in between them is a color variation right here. You can't jump from black to white. You got to have all them different ones. Come on. And the same thing with the black and white woman. The different colors in between them, the races. But between let's say the black man and the black woman, that's where the sexual transition is. You got to come from the hard black woman all the way over to the hard black man. That means you're gonna find black men getting softer and softer than they get to gays. Now you in your house, the gays don't live. But in my house, they let that, you can't have it. Because it can't nobody make themselves. All of those are spirits of the world, this bullshit that was brought out and y'all claim. But the people who brought the things out there that you buying and looking at and saying, they're inside. Come on. Anyway, so the thing had a transition on this side. That's between the white man and the white woman. They have gay, white, soft, hard, yoo-hoo, right in the middle, and then they go towards the women. It's all, everybody here is here. You can't make nobody. Y'all out there in the world, you're supposed to be inside of yourself. Ain't nothing out there. Okay, now, when they sit down to the table, the white man see from this side of the table, that wedge right there is the white man. From his chair, his half is from, he get he white with the white woman, so he get a piece of her pie right here. She share with him. And the black man, with his half of the table, that other quarter comes there. But each of us got a quarter. Okay, now the black woman, she don't see nothing from him because she got the other half. He see from here, and she see. But the black man, he the liaison between them. He see half of hers and half of his. You feel me? And opposite over here would be the white woman from the black man. In other words, anything he show her, she show him, it's all something we can receive because we don't see it the same. But with him sitting here, the man here, white, and the black man there, they see the things in between differently. Because he see one side, and he see the other side. You see what I'm saying? But what the white man, the white woman, they see things differently. See the numbers on here? She see this side of it. She see that side of it. But together, they see it all. But the white man, he made all the rules. He went all the way to right here. He the only one to see them. They don't fit her. He sees that man part, but he been fighting to get a few in there because he can peep around here. He see this and he see her. But the white man can't. That's why we need to come on this side. Let the white woman peep around there because he's stubborn. Let the white woman peep around there. Then she can see, and once the thing complete, it's y'all the one that fucked up. You got to come away from that. You got to get back inside. This is that Coke can thing. That's why we see things differently. Everybody do. You don't say they're wrong for what they see. You can't say they're supposed to be gay. If you from here, you got to be here. You ain't nowhere else you can be. If you from anywhere in here, that's where you got to be. Everybody fits in their own grid. Gamma. So if you outside of yourself, you can't work. This is inside of you. You're a damn fool if you're outside and you're outside. Because being at this point, the people who brought things, they way on the other end of shit. Y'all way back there in the beginning of time, following that bullshit. That's what the little thing, you got to pass by these things and stuff. You can't go over it, It's a journey. You don't grab a hold of nothing here. You find something and put it out there, but you still got to get back on the journey. It's the second one now. Okay.
That's it, I think.
I was watching that damn engagement thing while I sat there. I decided. Let's put the other one that we can go forward. See, he did all the explaining, but I got to show y'all work.
No, what do you want? What? Bring up what?
I want to show the conversion. What you took and made from that. I want your version of that same God.
I heard you. Hold on.
I think that's a fine job. Well, matter of fact, I'm the judge. I say it's a perfect job. It tells a lot.
Okay, just a minute. Figure out which one is this one.
And I'm getting the thing about it, this house, anyone who finds this house is their house. You can bring it a little closer, bring it a little bit. Make it a little bigger or something. Okay, good. Now you see, that's that house. And the thing now, when you see the people wherever something come out, the opposite side of it, let's say if it come out from the white woman. Okay, now the black man can't see none of that. That means that he can receive everything that she do without having a challenge to it. Because they know things that they see in a different way. You know, they only see what they see differently. You can't see two sides of the same thing like they can when it's right up next to you. Like if it's the black and the white man between them things between them, they both right, looking at the same thing. They just see in different points of view. But we're made for, it's like your family. When you come out on one side, all of them gonna be on the other one. In other words, they can't see what you do. You understand what I'm saying, Diann? They can't see what you do. But but by you knowing that, you got to go back over there and they got to start seeing it from the one. Because they know you know the side that they're on. But they ain't been thinking, you know. They're thinking that when they see something, everybody else see the same thing. That's out in the world. It don't work like that. In other words, you see the Britney Spears thing. You see all over the world, they free Britney protesting. What people you think that those are? You think those are Prince fans out there stomping for her? A Prince character?
Probably not.
Who come along with Britney, now they got little young ones because they come into that character. That's they remember the 144,000 different characters. All of those entertainers in one of those blocks. You know what I'm saying? And so inside of them, the thing just keep reproducing forever. Just keep the new things keep coming. Now, if you're in creation with the new things coming, can you ever go anywhere else? If you stay somewhere?
No.
So if there's new things coming, you got to be constantly doing what?
Moving.
Going along with the, now, can you go along with the time being 5 minutes behind it?
No.
Can you go along with the time being 5 seconds behind it?
No.
Once I say these words, can they ever change?
No.
And if I say the same ones again, I'll be in the same place, won't I?
Yep.
Okay. And now, one thing about the math, it don't lie, do it?
No.
Okay, so my point being, when you see the people out there won't take the vaccine, they opposite from wherever the vaccine appeared on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they wasn't opposite, that's why they can explain it because they don't see it. They can justify their reason for not taking it, right? Because they're on the opposite side of the table. But if you know that, you think it's your responsibility to say they crazy? To say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 to them. Yeah, see, you can show them because you see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you say they're crazy, or do you provide the gap between them and what they miss? Because if you don't help them, can anybody help you?
No.
But if you was helping them, anybody see you helping them, won't they help you?
Hope so.
If somebody see you trying to help somebody, and they want to help, what would they do?
They'll help too.
Okay, now am I trying to hurt you by showing you how to get back inside of yourself? Because if you go back inside of yourself, it's like the numbers. If all the numbers come by, you got to recognize them if you want to. Because you know the numbers. If they pass by you, do you have to identify or recognize them if you didn't want to?
No.
But if you had to know which number was 187 to save your life, and you didn't know it, can that help you?
No.
Okay. I see that. But you'd be surprised that the people think otherwise. Can you imagine why?
No.
Because they was taught to believe that it was otherwise. If nobody wasn't telling you that it was going to be otherwise, wouldn't you be seeking it?
Yep.
But if someone taught you to believe something, and you know believing means that you don't know something, how do you justify that? Now, you know without a doubt that those questions on the test that you believe was true was wrong. You know that without a doubt. Because they were wrong, had X by it. But you believe that you're going to come back in another life and then start you a gift. Because somebody sold that to you. I can't get that, but what really messes it up, when I see people during my own lifetime adding vision to the world. I can't reconcile those two. Now, if there's none of that other stuff didn't ever change, I might consider you might trick me. Ain't no way the hell you can trick me and I see James Brown and them doing things. And I ain't got it. Ain't no way you gonna get it. But if they got you and you hide it, can you ever find it?
No.
But if they got you and you show where they got you, and the others that was got just like it, will your confession be helpful or harmful?
Say that again.
I say, if you make a confession with the truth and someone was in the same situation and followed that path of the truth, that suggestion be harmful to them or would it be helpful to them?
Helpful.
Okay. And so, and by you helping them, when someone had to give you the suggestion, would you be done what the person suggested or not done what he suggested?
You did it.
But if you had not have done it, it wouldn't have done no good for the other one, right? So if you done good, the person was doing a suggestion, what they do, your window grew a notch. Did they add another suggestion there? Or the same one? If you ordered the same one, it'd be what?
Stay in the same place.
You added a new step, it'd be what? So
You
you out there. Now the reason you can't go forward. Now most of the things, but you can't. It's right in front of you. You see how the white women are winning the Congress and government thing. They're the ones that's got to come up now. For the same reason that I put on that little thing. If you see, we all sit around that table now. None of us can move. You see that table there, right? I like that thing. That thing tells a lot right there. I like it. I see what. I see. I told you how you tell who can do something. Whatever you do, and let me know what it is, and I'll show you just how to do. You just put it out there in the media. I need somebody to know something about this. Now, who you think can respond to that? Your buddies or somebody who knows something about that, looking for the same thing? Which one you think will respond to that? You need somebody who don't know about it.
The second one. The second one.
Yeah, because we all in this thing together, showing the picture. When a person can sing the song, they usually can't write it, can't write music, and there are a whole lot of things they can't do. But they got the voice that can bring the song alive. There'd be many people collaborating on all kinds of stuff like that you see. They'd be presenting that vision to the world. If they ain't doing it individual, everyone got a different part in the play. But it's got to be one director. Everybody got a different part. It fills in to make the story go from one end to the other. You just can't go in the room and say, hey, I'm gone. In other words, everything got to have a meaning. It's got to have a step along. It's like the soap operas. It was given that way for you to see. You have to keep going along with the world like the soap operas. They go along every day. Yesterday's still there, but they refer back to it, just like real life. Do you know that?
Okay.
What's doing is keeping you up, but right now you got to keep changing. If you stop changing, where you got to be?
Same place.
Well, you know what? Yeah, one thing about it, you stubborn, but when you catch on, you in there. Don't worry, I've been there. We got it. I see that. Ooh, if I could just come down there one time. But you know what, Diann? But check this out.
Yes.
You got to work with the truth. I've been the exact same person all my life. I can't change. How can I change? Would I be me if I changed? Everybody always tell me when they get to know me, God damn, that's the best nigga in the world. Everybody always say, I don't know why they say it. I'm the exact same, but the first thing they say, that's a fool over there. He know how to do everything, but he won't do it. I show him how to do everything and they can't keep doing it.
Okay, so today's verse is Luke 13. Ready to go. Okay.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do, you're gonna be, I guess you'll contact me when you do it again, but you need to keep edge at it kind of regularly. Because you can't see it but one time, but once you see it, I gotta paint you a picture. I can't paint you a picture you're looking for. I see it from here to there, so I got to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can't keep your one because you got to go back and get a running start. You can't. In other words, I want you to get that part by that, come to that tree, and we still right there. Make one step here and one step there. If anytime you got any problem, I'm your brother. You can call me anytime, day, night, or text it. Anytime you got a question, but I can't come outside in the world and push nothing on you. Would that make sense? I got to stand inside and try to, well, I can either tempt you or threaten you. You see this?
All right, here we go.
Peace. I'm out.
There were present at that season some that told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And Jesus answering said unto them, Suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans, because they suffered such things? I tell you, nay. But except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. For those 18 upon whom the tower in Siloam fell and slew them, think ye that they were sinners above all men that dwelt in Jerusalem? I tell you, nay. But except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. He spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, Behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground? And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it, and if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that thou shalt cut it down. And he was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath, and behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years, and was bowed together, and could in no wise lift up herself. And when Jesus saw her, he called her to him, and said unto her, Woman, thou art loosed from thine infirmity. And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight, and glorified God. And the ruler of the synagogue answered with indignation, because that Jesus had healed on the Sabbath day, and said unto the people, There are 6 days in which men ought to work, and them therefore come and be healed, and not on the Sabbath day. The Lord then answered him and said, Thou hypocrite, doth not each one of you on the Sabbath loose his ox or his ass from the stall, and lead him away to watering? And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan hath bound, lo, these 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day? And when he had said these things, all his adversaries were ashamed, and all the people rejoiced for all the glorious things that were done by him. Then he said, Unto what is the kingdom of God like? and whereunto shall I resemble it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and cast into his garden. And it grew and waxed a great tree, and the fowls of the air lodged in the branches of it. And again he said, Whereunto shall I liken the kingdom of God? It is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. And he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, Strive to enter in at the strait gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. When once the master of the house is risen up, and hath shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without, and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know not whence ye are. Then shall ye begin to say, We have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. And he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when ye shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of God, and yourselves thrust out. And they shall come from the east and from the west, and from the north and from the south, and shall sit down in the kingdom of God. And behold, there are last which shall be first, and there are first which shall be last. The same day there came certain of the Pharisees, saying unto him, Get thee out, and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. And he said unto them, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils, and I do cures today and tomorrow, and the 3rd day I shall be perfected. Nevertheless, I must walk today and tomorrow and the day following, for it cannot be that a prophet perish out of Jerusalem. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killest the prophets, and stonest them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together as a hen doth gather her brood under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate, and verily I say unto you, ye shall not see me until the time come when ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord.
Okay, thank you for joining us today. You have a good one. Bye.